Ayan, ano na tayo? Ah, anong tawag doon? Online na. We are live. Okay, ngayon. Ano itong ikinatutuwa natin? Tuwan-tuwa si Sangkay, Jan. Tuwang-tuwa din yung ibang vloggers na kung minsan hindi ko na matanda ng pangalan pero tuwang-tuwa sila. Ano itong bagay na to na ikinatutuwa nila? Ah, ang Princess Jacel Kiram ng Sultanate of Sulu ay galak na galak din. Alam niyo kung bakit? Una, kinilala ng French Arbitral Court na kinikilala ng 168 countries around the world. Kinikilala yan ng 168 countries around the world na ang Sabah ay pag-aari ng Pilipinas at more appropriately pag-aari ng Sultanate of Sulu. Ang ginawa lang ng Sultanate of Sulu ay pinakiusapan ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas na mamagitan upang mabawi ang Sabah at kilalanin ng buong mundo. Dahil alam naman ng marami, lalo na yung mga nagbabasa ng history, na bago pa yung 1898 Treaty of Paris, ang Sabah ay Sabah na. Nasa North Borneo. Okay? At ito ay nirenta, inarkila, inupahan ng Malaysia. Pero wala pa ang Malaysia noon. Ngayon, so hindi ko matanda kung kailan nagsimula yung lease, pero yung hindi pa Malaysia ay nagbabayad na ng lease payments hanggang sa dumating yata sa 2013 na kung saan ang Malaysia ay Malaysia na. Okay, naging federation na of several states na umuupa sa Pilipinas sa Sultanate of Sulu na doon sila nagbabayad ng renta. Pero noong 2013 daw ay nagtigil ng lease payments na default sila. Ngayon, ang Sultanate of Sulu ay nag-file ng suit sa doon sa French court na yon, arbitral court. At nasintensyahan naman ng arbitral court na tunay ang Sabah una ay pag-aari ng Sultanate of Sulu ng Pilipinas. Pangalawa, na ang Malaysia ay may kontrata ng leasehold, lease. Kaya sila ay tatlo nagbabayad ng lease payments. Nakatunayan na sila nga ay hindi nagmamay-ari ng Sabah, kundi ang Pilipinas through the Sultanate of Sulu ang nagmamay-ari. Tama? Tama. Ngayon, ang sentensyang yan, ang ruling na yan, ay dumating kamakailan lamang na ikinatuwa nga ng marami. Ngayon, may mga complications din yan dahil may mga tao sa Sabah, nandoon mga Pilipino. Pero matagal na silang naroroon, ang tingin nila sa sarili nila ay ang Sabah, dahil sa katagalan, ay isang state ng Federated ng Republic of Malaysia. Sa tinagal-tagal ba ng panahon? Okay. Ngayon, so merong adjustment period yan. Kung isosoli nga kapag sinoli ng Malaysia ang Sabah sa Pilipinas, maninibago yung mga tao ron. Meron ding natural-born Malaysians doon na hindi Pilipino. Okay. Ngayon, pag sinoli yan, sa makatwid, ang first, ang ownership ay kinikilalang sa Pilipinas na. Pangalawa, ang government magiging Philippine government, hindi na Malaysian government. Sa makatwid, ang kalakaran at mga protocols ay hindi na Malaysian protocol, kundi Philippine government rules and procedures and laws. Yun ang maghahari sa Sabah. Ngayon, kung paano mag-a-adjust yung mga tao ay isang malaking bagay na kailangan harapin natin. At siyempre, dahil sa may adjustment, may pagbabago, hindi lahat perfect yan. Gets nyo? Gets. Okay. Ngayon, dahil gets na ninyo, natutuwa tayong lahat. Na isang bagay pa sa Sabah ay ito ay oil-rich land. Ngayon, bagamat oil-rich yan, aangkinin mo ba yan? Kung hindi iyo. Bakit mo sasabihin iyo? Umuupa ka lang. Tama? So, yun ang mensahe sa Malaysia na matagal nang pumuposisyon na parang kanila yon. Occupation is different from sovereignty. Occupation is different from ownership. Inookupahan mo nga yan. Yeah. Pero kung hindi ka nagmamay-ari, hindi ka may-ari, ba't mo sasabihin iyo yun? Hindi iyo. Umuupa ka lang. Gets nyo? Tama. O ngayon, ano pa? So, oil-rich yan, may motibo kung bakit gustong manatili ng Malaysia ang Sabah sa kanila. Pero, ang batas ay batas. Meron yung international law. Okay? Meron nga yung United Nations Convention of the Laws of the Sea. Okay? Na kung saan pumirma ang mga maraming bansa. Kabilang ang China, kabilang ang Amerika. Okay? Marami pang iba. Ngayon, ano pa? Ngayon, pagka isinoli na yan, ng Malaysia. Ito, Englishin ko ng konti para pag narinig ng Malaysia, maintindihan nila. Once Malaysia returns Sabah, my congratulations, kudos to you, Malaysia. Thumbs up to Malaysia. When and if you return Sabah, when you turn it over officially and recognize the Philippines as the true and legal historical owner of Sabah. Right? Well, for example, everybody knows China has been bullying the Philippines and slowly creeping into the islands in the South China Sea or West Philippine Sea. And in fact, the Hague Arbitral Court has ruled that those islands and islets and coves or whatever uh, are owned by the Philippines and have sovereignty over them under the UNCLOS and the 200 nautical mile limit policy, to which China had agreed and has become a signatory, one of the many signatories, which means the family of nations recognizes that. All right. Nevertheless, China has yet to move and admit and accept the ruling and act according to the ruling. So how is that? They should return the territories they have claimed where they set up installations. All right? Now, the same thing with Sabah. Because it is oil rich, there's a motive. It's a logical motive to desire to keep it. However, if and when Malaysia does return it, I said, kudos to you, congratulations. You are people with honor, you're people with decency. And Malaysians are decent people. Malaysians are honorable people. Sure, they are. And that's why in the parliament recently, I think that was about 2 days ago or so, there has been reported since that 2 days ago uh, via videos on YouTube that the ministers of parliament, members of parliament, uh, have gotten into some kind of verbal tussles and squabbles because some members of parliament are asking aggressively, why have things gotten into this? How did we get into this? Why was it allowed to get into this? In other words, they already know and implicitly, if not explicitly, admit that the ruling is correct and history says so. Those who have read history know it is true. You cannot change that. No more, not this late hour. All right? Not this late hour. And documents are kept by the Sultanate of Sulu. They have copies of documents. They have copies of the receipts of payments. Okay? The Treaty of Paris is a real thing. Okay? So, no way that it could be diverted uh, or turned around or in any way altered to the contrary. No way. Therefore, there is this verbal scuffle in the Parliament of Malaysia because uh, it's not easy. I mean, they've had a control and possession of Sabah for such a long time. All right. Uh, so what happens now? They would just readily give up. What about the people who have been used to living under Malaysian laws and regulations? Suddenly, they will now begin to observe Philippine laws, which are not exactly the same. First, Malaysia is a federal government. The Philippines is a presidential form of republican government. Different. The cultures are different. Okay. Now, the second thing is that now the Philippines, once in possession again of Sabah, will have access to oil, and therefore it would drastically change, substantially change the uh, the economic situation in the country, because instead of importing so much, now the Philippines may not even import oil, or if it does, it would only import much, much less oil. Got it? You got it. Right. Now, therefore, Princess Jasel Kiram, we congratulate you and we say kudos, and you pursue that together with the Philippine government. Okay? Have a good day.